A pleasant day to you all. Today, we will be discussing the research we have done regarding the factors influencing the buying behavior of e commerce consumers. Now, it is fair to wonder why we have chosen this particular topic to deal with. I am Joao Pacardo, and here are my groupmates Elaine Marquez, Andrej Agas, Karen Bulan, and Anjenique Ting, and we are the seventh group. In this era of technology, the internet plays a major role in almost every aspect of the world. It is used for different reasons by individuals, governments, educational institutions, and businesses. With this, the internet has influenced to no small extent the shifts in the attitude and behavior of people all over the globe. Online shopping, in particular, has been shaped by the continuous technological innovations coupled with the changing behavior of modern consumers. Electric commerce or e commerce refers to electronic transactions which enable the buying and selling processes of physical products and services through an online platform. Globally, e commerce constitutes an estimated $3.914 trillion market, which is due to the growth in all sorts of e commerce, such as business to business or B2B and business to consumer or B2C. Asia Pacific leads the growth in e-commerce, noting a share of 62.6% over North America and Europe, with shares of 19.1% and 12.7% respectively. Despite the consequences brought about by the pandemic, retail e-commerce sales remains a bright spot for the Philippines, as the country is among the nine countries which are projected to see more than 20% growth in the industry this year. With more consumers embracing the digital domain, online shopping remains a massive opportunity for both businesses and consumers. According to the 2019 Year-End Report on Southeast Asia's Map of E-commerce, Lazada, Shopee, and Zalora were both visited among 36 e-commerce players. The success of these e-commerce players indicates that brands may consider placing their products on these platforms in order to best reach their target consumers.
The world is evolving fast. Innovations rise from here and there, and along with this is an exchange occurring in the market. With e commerce being relatively new but fast emerging, and also with the pandemic that trusted social isolation and left the people interacting in the digital domains, the management issue now is how can companies keep up with the shift in the buying behaviors of individuals? More importantly, what specific factors should they look into? So now we ask the question, what's in it for companies? This study mainly seeks to give more insights to companies and aid them in crafting their business strategies through the discovery of driving factors in the buying behavior of its existing and potential customers. For their business strategies, they may be able to gain insights on what people respond to, and this allows them to market their products in a way that can get more people interested and hopefully generate more revenues. Apart from the companies, who else can benefit from the findings of this type of research? For one, the e commerce platforms could utilize the results of this research in improving their services and user interface that affects both buyers and also potential sellers who may want to use their platform for transacting. It is important to note that this may also help out individuals who are new to e commerce and are feeling hesitant. It educates them of the benefits and the risks of transacting through online platforms. This not only applies to entering consumers, but it also gives a hand to aspiring MSME sellers who may want to venture into the online world.
With the boom of the e commerce industry, a lot of businesses are now shifting to selling digitally in e commerce platforms. It is now more important than ever to make sure that a brand is seen among the growing number of competitions. This study aims to identify and further understand the different factors that affect the online buying behavior of shoppers in order to benefit not just the businesses in terms of more understanding of their customers, but also the customer themselves so that they can recognize their own online buying behavior. Particularly, it aims to obtain data in order to answer the following questions. First, what are the key factors that motivate buyers to make their purchase in e commerce platforms? Second, what qualifications do buyers look for in considering potential online platforms for shopping? Lastly, what do shoppers consider in making specific product purchases?
Literature review. According to Rose et al. 2020, e commerce or electric commerce is defined as the buying and selling of goods and services or the transmitting of funds or data over an electronic network, primarily the Internet. While Acaria 2015 concluded that e commerce is the gateway to mass customization. According to Dual 2018, although e commerce started relatively behind, its retail sales is playing catch up and its growth has outpaced that of the wholesale and manufacturing sectors for 12 of the 14 years leading up to 2016. Moreover, the rise of the business to business e commerce sales have risen rapidly for the past 20 years. Generation Z or Gen Z refers to the individuals who were born between 1996 to 2010 according to DMOC 2019. According to the Business Insider 2017, Generation Z is forecasted to be the largest consumers by 2026. According to Wirecard 2020, Generation Z consumes more time on social media each day. Aside from the e commerce integration in social media platforms, consumers also get to share their purchases among their peers, creating a buzz. Findings from the study of Lin, Lee, and Hong 2011 revealed that high quality reviews for a product results in a positive effect on the purchase intentions of consumers. The same study also revealed that not only the quality of the reviews matter, but also the number of reviews for the product. A study conducted by Gong, Stamp, and Maddox 2013 to develop an understanding of the factors influencing the Chinese consumer to shop online concluded that Chinese consumers' age, income, education, and marital status and their perceived usefulness are significant predictors of online shopping intention. A study conducted by Raman, Islam, and Asha 2018 states that online shoppers do online shopping because it saves time, offers home delivery, provides ease in shopping, and offers more variety of the products. Kim 2010 concluded that convenience, time saving, ease of use, company reputation, and even enjoyment were significant factors for those who purchase online. Same study conducted by Amit and Silo 2013 concluded that time saving, the best price of the products, and convenience are the factors that motivate online shoppers. Perceived risk was seen to be negatively influence the consumer's intention to purchase a product online, according to Wu, Huang, and Fu 2011. Also, Rahman, Islam, and Asha 2019 concluded that the inability to touch and feel the products, the high price of products or services, poor return policy, and lack of after sales service are the factors that motivate online shoppers to shop online.
This framework depicts how the research will try to discover which factors are deemed as influential in the overall shopping behavior of people. First, it can be assumed that the stated factors, which are in color red, green, yellow, and purple, may have contributed to why people chose e commerce over the alternatives, and simultaneously, these same factors may have also driven them in choosing which products to buy and where to buy it. Second, the factors in this research can be subcategorized into three sections, affecting the buying behaviors in terms of motivation to shop, which online platform to use, and what specific products to purchase. The first section separates the independent variables: available allowance, advertisements, attractive pricing or discounts, convenience, safety, variety of product choices, scam, slow transactions, privacy issues, unavailability of couriers, and shipping costs into two categories, which are positive and negative factors. This portion tries to discover which of these factors contribute greatly to the motivation and demotivation of online shoppers in their buying behaviors. The second section involves elements such as user friendliness, promotions, delivery options, payment options, refund policies, and customer care, and how these affect individuals in choosing online platforms to shop in. The last section focuses on price, quality, brand, packaging, and resources, and which of these factors strongly influence the purchasing intent of consumers towards the available product selections in e commerce platforms.
This study utilized a qualitative research design in order to identify, understand, and interpret the factors influencing the buying behavior of e commerce shoppers. Furthermore, it utilized the purposive sampling method in order to decide on and identify the participants of the study. The steps followed by the study in order to answer its research questions are as follows. Step number one, sample selection. Purposive sampling method has been used in order to select the participants who are part of the Gen Z. Step two, interview and survey planning. Two data gathering instruments are used and crafted: interview and survey questionnaire. Step three, interview was conducted either through video call platforms or voice call platforms, while the Google Forms is utilized for the survey. Step 4, a total of 40 respondents for the interview who are also part of the 40 survey respondents and 40 respondents for the survey. Data gathered from these respondents were summarized. Step 5, content analysis and interpretation. After summarizing the data, content analysis was done, followed by the interpretation and comparison of data obtained from the two data gathering methods. The study made use, as mentioned, of two data gathering procedures. First is through an interview with 10 participants ages 19 to 22. The three main questions in the interview conducted are: number one, what are the key factors that motivate buyers to make their purchase in e-commerce platforms? Number two, what qualifications do buyers look for in considering potential online platforms for shopping? And lastly, what do shoppers consider in making specific product purchases? The second data gathering procedure is through conducting a survey with 40 participants ages 18 to 22 years old. The survey questionnaire is divided into five parts, namely: number one, personal information of the respondents; number two, e commerce platform usage; number three, online shopping motivation and demotivation; number four, product differentiation for online shoppers; and lastly, number five, e commerce platform considerations. It is ensured that the researchers have obtained the informed consent of the participants of the study through compliance with the research ethics used in the interview as well as in the surveys conducted.
In this part of our research, we are going to be discussing the answers given to us by our respondents from the interviews that we conducted. First, we answered the question: what are the key factors that motivate buyers to make their purchase in e commerce platforms? Regarding the motivating factor when it comes to online shopping, 7 out of 10 respondents answered convenience. One of the respondents said that it is more convenient than going outside and buying the things they need in physical stores. Another respondent mentioned that initially, my age group was not allowed to go out, so online shopping provided convenience for my shopping. Based on their answers, we can see how important convenience is when it comes to online shopping. Rather than spending time to go outside, preparing for a trip, they could easily buy what they need using their phones and online platforms. Also, 7 out of 10 of our respondents mentioned that safety issues regarding the pandemic was also a motivating factor for them when it comes to online shopping. One of them mentioned that it is more for safety since she is currently in the province. Another one mentioned that since we cannot go outside due to the quarantine, we do online shopping to stay safe. As we can see in the responses, there is really that risk that they may contract the virus if they go outside to buy the things they need at physical stores. Since they do not have to go outside and expose themselves, safety is really a motivating factor for them and a reason why they choose online shopping. We also asked our respondents regarding the demotivating factors when it comes to online shopping. Half of our respondents mentioned scamming. One of them said that sometimes the products can be deceiving and that the actual product is different from the advertised product. Another respondent said that she feels paranoid whenever she buys online because she doesn't know or she doesn't have the assurance that what she wanted is the thing that she will get. With this, she said that she really investigates the sellers so that she can lessen this risk of scam and assure herself that what she is buying is actually from a legit source. We then ask our respondents regarding the qualifications that buyers look for in considering potential online platforms for shopping. Five of our respondents mentioned customer reviews. One of them said that if a lot of people trust the online platform, it automatically makes me trust this online platform too. This tells us that the more people that support a certain online platform, it is highly likely that other people would support it too. Another respondent said that if reviews are good, it assures me that the item is of good quality and the seller and the shop can be trusted. We also asked what is the most used platform they use, and all of them said Shopee. We also asked why do shoppers make specific product purchases and what factors do they consider in making these decisions. Five of our respondents said quality. One of them said that it is a waste of money if you buy cheap items that are not durable. You tend to buy again if it gets destroyed, so it's better to consider buying quality products even if it's expensive. As you can see, our respondents are willing to sacrifice a part of their budget just so they can consider or they can assure themselves that what they're getting is of high quality. One respondent even said that good quality is always worth the price. We now move on to the discussion of the answers based on the survey conducted to our 40 respondents. As mentioned earlier, this was done through G Forms, and for the first question regarding the motivating factors for online shoppers, we gave them options to choose from. It should be noted that the respondents have the freedom to choose how many factors they deem motivates them to make their online purchase. As you can see, 35 out of our 40 respondents consider attractive pricings or discounts as a motivating factor for online shopping. This is then followed by convenience and available allowance. We then asked them to rank the factors they chose and explain to us why they chose such factors. Available allowance was ranked first, and it was mentioned that it was impactful since most of the respondents are students and do not have a source of income to fund their online transactions. Therefore, they can only buy what they can afford with their own budget. This is then followed by attractive pricing or discounts since they are able to save money if they buy their products during online promotions. And lastly, we have convenience, which is similar to the results we had from our interview. This was also a motivating factor for them since this is considerably easier than going out just to buy what they need. We also asked our respondents regarding the demotivating factors for online shoppers. 38 out of our 40 respondents mentioned about scam, followed by shipping costs and slow transactions. We also asked our respondents to rank these factors and explain to us how they arrived with such. Scam has the highest frequency and the highest rank among all the demotivating factors given, which is mainly because the information about the sellers is very limited and they can only rely on reviews in this online setting. This is similar to what we found in our interview results. The second rank factor is shipping costs because sometimes the delivery fee is actually more expensive than the actual product. Then the last one is slow transactions, given that sometimes the transactions or the shipping could take more than a week or almost a month before they receive the product. After which, we then ask regarding the e commerce platform factors considered by online shoppers. 33 out of our 40 respondents mentioned delivery options, followed by payment options and user friendliness. They then rank these factors and we ask them to explain again how did they arrive with such. User friendliness is ranked first because they want their online shopping to be convenient and they want their online shopping experience to be as smooth as possible. This is then followed by delivery options, since our respondents would tend to choose an online platform with more delivery options or couriers that are available in their cities. Lastly, our respondents also mentioned about payment options, wherein they would prefer certain platforms that would have a variety of payment options, such as cash on delivery or COD, debit or card, and other ways of paying. For the last part of our survey, we also asked them regarding the product differentiation for online shoppers, or what are the things they consider in making specific product purchases. As you can see, 38 out of 40 respondents mentioned reviews, which is then followed by price and then quality. We then asked them to rank the factors they chose, and similar to the interview results, quality was ranked first by most of the respondents since they want products that are not only cheap but also durable. This is then followed by price, which is still a huge influencing factor given that they are students, and of course, reviews, because this is what they rely on given that they cannot actually see the product in an online setting.
The study aimed to determine the factors influencing the buying behavior of e-commerce consumers. The research discovered that the key factors that motivate buyers to make their purchase in e-commerce platforms instead of physical shopping are convenience, safety issues regarding the pandemic, attractive pricing, and available allowance. Moreover, the factors which influence buyers' preference in online shopping platforms are customer reviews, the user friendliness of the platform, as well as the delivery and payment options available for the user. Finally, shoppers make product purchases based on quality, reviews, and price.
The managers may use this in improving their short term and long term visions. If this pandemic prevails and affects the situation of the market in the years to come, then managers may look into improving their strategies, catering to the concerns of their perceived services online. For the long term, it can be implied that people would still prefer physical shopping given that there is no safety constraints. But it can be assumed that e-commerce has generally expanded and will remain vital to the direction that companies may take.
One of the major limitations of the study is that it is focused on the Gen Z online shoppers in the Philippines. With that, the findings of the study may not be applicable to the people ages below and above the focus age range, which is 18 to 22 years old. Another limitation is in terms of the number of respondents of this study. Although 40 respondents for the survey and 10 respondents for the interview allowed the researchers to obtain data needed for the study, further increase in the number of respondents can enhance the reliability of the information obtained. Lastly, application of the results of the study to e-commerce markets other than the Philippines might be proved difficult since the respondents are all based here in the Philippines. Given these, future researches may be conducted in order to address the aforementioned limitations of this current study. And that's the end of the discussion of our research entitled Factors Influencing Buying Behavior of E-commerce Consumers. Thank you very much.